Hi, beautifuls. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for waiting for me. So today we're going to be getting ready. I was just listening to some music and getting ready. So I'm doing a voiceover, but I wanted to film a video because you guys know I love YouTube. I miss you guys so much. So we're starting out with our brows, regular brow routine. We did NYX Thick It Stick It, NYX Brow Glue, Got to Be Glue Gel, and then Lift and Snatch pen. That Lift and Snatch brow pen is something else. I use this shade Caramel, which is a little bit more warm toned than like a taupe color, which is usually what I would go for because that's the actual shade of my brows. But obviously, since you see my hair is vibrantly colored, I want to add a little bit of warmth. And also, I find that taupe brow pens specifically lean green. It's the weirdest thing. Tell me if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, instead of being ashy or gray, they look green. Starting off with skin prep, you guys saw me just use the Embryolisse Matte Moisturizer. I always get questions on this, and I love it so much. I actually use it in my freelance makeup kit as well. I'm almost completely out of it. So Embryolisse does have a regular moisturizer that is extremely hydrating. If you guys are dry skinned, you guys will love that moisturizer. A lot of people actually apply a thick layer of it, leave it on their skin, and use it as a mask. So maybe if you guys have eczema or just like chronic dry skin, you guys would be obsessed with that. I just find as a normal skinned girly that sometimes it can make me a little oily because it's so intense, but nonetheless, it's beautiful. So we're doing a little skin prep first, then going in with the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. This is my first time using it on camera, you guys, and I was obsessed, blown away, shocked. I use the shade 20NN, which is pretty close to my skin tone. This is usually a shade I would go for when I'm spot concealing. Under my eyes, I do want something a little bit lighter, but for its purpose right now, it's perfect. It's very lightweight. The applicator of this reminds me of that Pure foundation. You guys know what I'm talking about, where it used to be like a pump and a sponge tip sort of applicator. And at the end of this Quickie Concealer, it has a built-in brush. And normally, I feel like us makeup people know that these brushes, when they come on products like this, usually aren't good. I usually opt for one of my favorite brushes, but this was so good. It was really like a stiff, chunky little guy, but something about it just blended the product out beautifully. I love when brands make applicators that actually work with the products. Like they actually take their time and think about the texture of the bristles and, you know, just that sort of stuff just makes me so happy. So I was actually very pleasantly surprised with this little brush applicator. And to this day, I filmed this probably like a week and a half ago. I still use that applicator. It's that good. Now we're going to go in. You guys know my e.l.f. Halo Glow. Have I put you onto it? Tell me the truth. Have I put you onto it? My best friend Robbie, she's into the beauty space because of me. Well, that's a bold statement, girl, but she isn't as into it as I am. But anything I recommend, like heavily, fully, she buys. Literally everything. She is my biggest supporter. I love her so much. But anyways, it took her so freaking long to get on this e.l.f. Halo Glow trend. I could go to our messages right now and look up e.l.f. Halo Glow in our thread, and it'll come up so many times of me trying to convince her to buy it. She finally bought it. She FaceTimed me one day. She was wearing it, and she looked amazing. She's a very fair-skinned girly as well as I am, but you guys know I self-tan. So she got the lightest shade because e.l.f. actually just e.l.f. actually just extended the shade range in the e.l.f. Halo Glows, which is amazing because right here I'm using the lightest shade, and I can use it when I'm fair. It does lean a little orange, but I can make it work because it's so sheer, as well as when I'm tan. So for them to come out with lighter shades is amazing. It looks so good on Robbie. And they did come out with deeper shades as well. So if you guys have tried the deeper shades, let me know what you guys think. Like, did they do a good job with that? There's always room for improvement, but get it if you haven't got it yet. Oh my gosh, you guys, a few days ago on Thursday, Sylvia and I actually went out and we went to West Hollywood. We did a little girls' night. If you guys are not from LA or don't know what West Hollywood is, it is so freaking fun, and it's really just like a safe space. Very, very LGBTQ friendly. That's why Sylvia and I wanted to go there, to be honest, just because we were doing a girls' night and we didn't want to be hounded by men. We literally just wanted to be alone, but have a good time. You know what I mean? Still kind of like be out in the nightlife. So we ended up starting at Tom Tom and we got some drinks. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I don't drink. I say that and then somebody sees me like drinking a drink and they're like, girl, you're a liar. No. But what I mean is I'm not a heavy drinker. I actually have a fear of vomiting, so that's kind of where it stems from. But I have been getting a lot better, guys. I'm manifesting that I don't even have that fear anymore. So I actually got myself to actually drink. I took my first shot on my birthday this year in Hawaii, June 10th. Actually, it was crazy. Literally was convinced I was gonna die. Like I was full on having a panic attack. But I was like, you know what? I just have to do it. What is the worst that could happen? The worst that can happen, at least in my head, is that I throw up. And I didn't. Girl, I was being so dramatic. Anyways, so I ended up getting a lemon drop at Tom Tom, and it was absolutely foul. Disgusting, and they should never make those, ever. I am not a seasoned drinker. I mean, obviously, but I feel like I know what a decent lemon drop tastes like. I probably had like 4 different ones in my life before. And this one tasted like, seriously, like they need to like check their fridge or something. I was like, it's not even the taste of alcohol that's gross. It's actually something in here that is like rancid or something. Oh my gosh, it was disgusting. And there was like a foam on top of it, and I don't know what that foam was. So I had to get a straw. And then I heard drinking drinks from a straw makes it go to your head faster. Girl, I don't know. Me and Sylvia had a great time though. She is an Aries and I'm a Gemini. Some of my favorite people are Aries. I get along with Aries so freaking well. They are just something about Aries, guys. Okay, anyways, we started there. It was 11:30 and they actually closed, which I was surprised because I feel like in LA, things don't close early. Like it doesn't matter if it's a Monday, a Tuesday, or a Saturday. Everybody's partying like all the same. So I was like, okay, they're closed early. Me and Sylvia decided to literally walk next door. We walked to the right. I'm not even sure what club bar it was, but it was so fun. I think we showed up and they were playing Britney and we're like, yeah, this is right. Everybody was so nice. The vibes were right. The music was right. I didn't have any other drinks over there, but we did have a good time dancing. And obviously, it's close to Halloween, so like everybody was dressed up, and it was just so cute, such a vibe. And I feel like I just kind of had an out of body moment for a second, and I was like, dang, I'm really with a girlfriend in LA, 24, living my best life, listening to Britney. Like, I don't know, something about it was just so magical. And I have moments like that often because you guys know I'm from Arizona. I moved out here probably like 3 years ago, really just chasing my dreams. And I really like to appreciate small moments like that often. Almost like a movie. You know, when you see movies and it just gives you certain feels, I try to make my life feel like a movie. To be honest, I'm a very optimistic person. I don't know. It was just such a cute little vibe. We looked so freaking cute too. We actually matched. She came over to my apartment wearing something completely different, and we both, well, actually, no, I was already wearing my outfit, and I was like, girl, I have another pink shirt and a black skirt. You just want to try it on? And we ended up matching, looking so freaking cute. We took a picture, and she's like, tell me we're not the golden retriever black cat duo. Her being the black cat, of course. Aries is very that. And I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know. It was just so fun. Okay, anyways, went out, had a great time. That was after I filmed this. So I'm looking at it right now, and I haven't done my roots since this video. Well, in this video, I hadn't done them. I think it was like a month. I usually do it. I dye my roots once a month, and I hadn't done it, and I did them finally, and it makes such a difference. If you guys color your hair, and if you're ever feeling like down or you just like don't feel yourself, dye your roots, and I promise you, you're gonna feel brand new. I also like to just like randomly, if I'm ever feeling down or just like, I don't know, not myself, I also take a shower, like an everything shower. I wash my hair, then I blow it out, I shave, I tan. I just do a lot of self-care stuff to kind of bring myself back up. Anyways, girl, I have no idea where that conversation was going, but I think it started with the fact that I did my roots because I'm looking at them right now and I'm like, dang girl, they're looking a little out of control. Also, my red is so faded in this video. I'm not trying to be negative at all, but it is just such a faded color. It's very muted. And right now it's so bright and vibrant, and in the sun, it is just stunning. And it's so rich whenever I first do it. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Something about red hair. If you guys have red hair, let me know if you know the struggle. There, every week of the month, I swear my hair is a different type of red. I could really keep up on it, and it'll look decent if I do Arctic Fox Wrath like every single time I wash my hair, but girl, sometimes I don't do it every single time. You know what I mean? Anyways, we're trying out the new Charlotte Tilbury blushes that they sent over to me. If you guys watched my last video, I was unboxing a bunch of PR and they sent over these matte pops. And I tried the deeper one, as you guys see, like the more mauve, which one is it? And I want to try it because it looked like the exact color of my hair, and I'm like, this is such a vibe. But I love my Juvia's Place Blush Lily, which is like a super vibrant pink slash lavender cream blush, as well as my P. Louise blushes. I'm falling more and more in love with them, guys. I know I did that original video saying I wasn't impressed with them, and I wasn't. That still stands. But the more I use them, I feel like I'm learning how to work with them better. Anyways, all of that to say is that I just love the undertone that a bright baby pink blush has on at least my skin tone. Which I feel like some people might think that's kind of scary with pink and red hair like I have, but I feel like it just complements it so well. I felt very muted. I felt I was giving very Tim Burton, which is like so dramatic of me to say, but you guys get what I'm saying? The blushes blended out really pretty though. As you guys saw that I did two layers of it just because I wanted it a little bit deeper, and we always say blush fades first, which is so weird. Does it actually fade first? Or did somebody just make that up and now we all believe it? Like a placebo effect. Oh my gosh. My man made me watch all of the Fast and Furious movies from start to finish. It's funny because when the newest Fast and Furious movie came out, we saw it in theaters and I had absolutely no idea what was going on. If you guys are talking to car guys or you guys are in the car scenes yourself, you'll probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But in the movie, like the movie started with them, I think they were robbing a bank, and I didn't know who these people were at the time, and they like chained one of the safes to the back of a bunch of cars, and there was like, they were on the freeway, and there was helicopters, and people were jumping across freeways, and I was just like, dude, what literally is going on? Because I actually don't understand. But anyways, that was the first ever Fast and Furious movie I saw, which is like number 10 or something ridiculous. So super confused. Anyways, like a week ago, Nick got me to start watching all the Fast and Furious. We started with number 1, and you guys, I'm in love with these movies. I think the storyline is so freaking cute, and it's also sad. It's heartbreaking. There's a lot of action in it, which is annoying because as the movies progress, there just gets more and more action, which I'm not an action girly. Like, you got me with the cars. Okay, he got me with the cars, but I'm not going to go into action. We're not going to do that, babe. Like, I can't with, like, the fire and the guns and the fighting. Like, what? It's too much, babe. Can't do it. So anyways, as they're progressing, they're getting more action. I'm losing more interest. But I'm so shocked I didn't fall asleep during any of them. That's how you know it's good. Anyways, back to the makeup. Because that was a lot of boy talk and that was boring. So we're going in and doing a lot of bronzer apparently. It's so funny because I was looking back on this video when I was editing it on TikTok, and I was like, dang girl, can you chill? Like, can you ever chill on the bronzer? It literally looks like I have a bronzer helmet on. And I don't know what to say other than I'll do better next time. That's what I was thinking. I used to really stress about stuff like this where I'd be like, oh my gosh, I put so much bronzer on. I can't upload this video. Because I'm such a perfectionist that I'm just like, everything needs to be perfect. But that's so annoying. You know what I mean? I want to show my personality. I want to be here for you guys, so I'm putting it up even though I have so much bronzer on. And on top of that, whenever I'm not having a good makeup day or I see something that I can fix, it actually builds my motivation for the next day to fix it, make it better, see what I can do to kind of correct that. So I guess I kind of looked at it like that. And the next day I definitely toned it down. I think I used a completely different bronzer shade, a lot lighter, and I used a matte bronzer instead of that matte Gimme Sun, because you guys know that that has not shimmer, but it has a skin-like finish. So, and Give Me Sun is pretty warm tones. And maybe I don't need so much warmth. Even though I think I do, I don't. Okay, now we're going in with my favorite under eye brush, and I'm really blending out that under eye concealer. Whitening strips, by the way. That's what I was taking out. And I did some on the bottom, too. I guess I didn't get it on camera. Anyways, the under eyes, the Fit Me powder is in the lightest shade, so that is very brightening, and it does have coverage to it, the Fit Me powder. So sometimes I leave it on for too long and it looks a little stark. So that's why I was going so crazy with the under eye brush, trying to kind of dust it off. With a regular powder, I feel like you don't have to dust it off that hard. You know what I mean? You might actually disturb the product underneath. So just be aware of that. Now we're going in with some Fenty highlighter in the shade Fire Dust and Lightning Crystal. I'm actually not sure which one I use, but I just put it over my cheeks because I felt like I looked way too matte. Like, I don't know what it was, but I felt just a little lifeless. Maybe I need Botox. I feel like Botox always gives me that, like, oomph that I need. You know what I mean? Anyways, we're going in and doing our lip combo. I'm using the shade from Beauty Creations. I think it's in the shade She's Late. I hate these types of lip liners. The ones that are like plasticky and they just sharpen plastic. Like, I don't understand what it is, but I hate it. I feel like they never sharpen good. Nothing sharpens like a good wooden lip liner. Speaking of, the Kylie lip liners, the trio, I need to get it so I can try it for you guys. Anyways, I put this all over my lips, and something about the color was just so off. I think it was too warm, too orange, but the formula did feel really nice, even though I hate the applicator and the color. So I ended up going in and completely changing the lip combo. You guys will see in a second. I'm just cleaning around the edges with a concealer brush and a tiny, tiny bit of concealer. This always makes such a difference in your lip liner. Makes it super crisp. So then I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. This was me trying to fix the Beauty Creations color. And mistake number one is using the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner on top of another one, because this lip liner is extremely long wearing. And if you even so much as go over it half a second time, it will get chunky. Like, it builds on top of each other, not in a good way. So I ended up taking it all off because it was just a thick mess and it honestly looked disgusting up close. So I just went in with Lawless Nude Honey, which you guys have seen me use before, as well as ColourPop Shot Clock. And ColourPop Shot Clock is such a beautiful base shade. It's a very, very pigmented matte lip liner. So if you guys are into that, you'll love the ColourPop ones. They are that weird sort of texture like the Beauty Creations one, but formula amazing. Then I went in the center with Bon Bon Baby, I believe, which is from Beauty Creations, and my favorite, Baby Love from Lawless. I'm obsessed with Lawless lip glosses. They are so juicy. They are sticky. They are thick, but they last so long, and they don't give you that inner white rim on the inside of your lips, or like any strings. Nothing in the corners of your mouth. It's honestly just amazing. These lip glosses are so worth the money. Extremely high shine. It's kind of giving MAC lip gloss if you guys have ever tried that. Then I went and set my face with Urban Decay All Nighter. You guys know favorite setting spray actually makes a difference. Inner corners, we're hitting that with Lightning Dust or Fire Crystal. I cannot remember which one, but one side is a little bit more matte and one side is more sparkly, and I use the matter side for that. Now I'm going in and trying to reinforce my nose contour a little bit because I feel like the bronzer just kind of got lost and my whole nose was just filled with bronzer at this point. So I'm actually taking that little sponge that's inside of the Super Stay powder and I folded it like a little taco. Oh my gosh, or like those mini pancakes, you know, that we see when we're little. I used to always fold them and like dip them in syrup. Anyways, folded it and I'm dipping into my Super Stay powder. You guys know this is super full coverage and brightening, and I'm just using that to reinforce everything and kind of put the lightness, the highlights back in my nose without using highlighter. Then I'm going over with my under eye brush just to make sure everything is nice and seamless and blended, because again, that shade is the lightest shade and it is very, very light. And that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I talked so much nonsense, but I love you guys. Do something positive for yourself. Get yourself a treat. I love you guys. Bye.